Hey everyone, it's your girl Moni 69 Ways, and I'm here to talk about Reasonable Doubt. The latest episode, episode 4. If you are new here, make sure you are subscribed. And if you are returning and new, make sure you hit the like button for me. If you see the hype button, you better go ahead and tap it and hype me up, okay? I would greatly appreciate it. But let's get into episode 4. This latest episode is called Friend or Foe, okay? So we see the episode start off. We see Jax and Daniel make a unexpected surprise visit to Ozzie's house. They spoke to Christian, Ozzie's sister, and they wanted to know like who might have given Ozzie drugs on the day that Wendy died, and they just try to get some information out of Christian, like so because Ozzie, mind you, Ozzie do need an alibi. Okay, he still has no alibi. Like, yeah, you was home, but who could testify to that? Okay. So yeah, so they just trying to get some information out of Kristen. And even Daniel was looking at Christian like, I'm gonna need you to give us something because mind you, Daniel do know that Kristen did get him the drugs when he almost overdosed, okay? And she did finally admit to it. But one of the old dealers, she know from way back when was a person named Brian. So she gave up the drug dealer name, and Jax told Daniel like to investigate it. Like, let's find this Brian person. Maybe he can help us with this alibi for Ozzie. And Jax also told that like she still don't trust Kristen because it seemed like she still lying. She's lying about something. And I don't trust her. Like I think I said that in the panel live discussions. If you haven't checked the live panel discussions out, you missing. But I don't trust Kristen. I don't trust nobody on Ozzy's side. They are suspicious and weird. They move weird at best. Okay. Um. So yeah. So that's Daniel task. Meanwhile, we see Bill still staked out of Kendra, his wife Kendra's house. He pulled up with some flowers. And she's still giving him a hard time, says she's not interested in what he got. And then he had to say happy anniversary. And she was like, that was yesterday. I'm like, dude, you starting off wrong already. Wrong already. You gonna show up with some flowers saying happy anniversary like when it was the day before? Like, are you okay? And then he said, did you hear about the Ozzie Edwards case? And she's like, yeah, everybody know about that, mind you, because she is a lawyer as well. Yeah, so he brought the flowers over because Monday is the jury selection and he gonna have the kids. So he wanna drop the kids off early on Sunday, but she giving him a hard time. I'm like, no, she said you gonna have to figure it out. You gonna have to figure it out like I always do. And you should be happy, like, because he grew tired. This is what we found out, that he prioritized his career over his family, which I think I hinted at on one of the live panels. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if he put his career, because mind you, he has a lot of billable hours, which is so nice for the partners. They love that shit. Okay. So he put so many billable hours in and he missed out on his family. So yeah, and Kendra grew tired of it, and she got her own career, and she always figured it out and know how to make it work. Okay, so she just told him to figure it out because that's what she always do. Okay, and that's the problem. You always prioritizing your career over your family. So we learned that. Um, let's see. We see that Lewis is at his job. He get a message saying that the codes wasn't right for this particular game. And he called in Sam, the black guy that he hired, and the dude lied basically on his resume. He lied that like, yeah, this is what I did at the old job, blah 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 blah. like he was like all that, like he was the top coder at that place. But he figured out that he needs to like learn C+ coding. He said he never learned. He know the other kind of codes, but he never learned the C+ stuff. And Lewis like, are you kidding me? Like, and Sam, we talk something about, I have a friend teaching me right now. It's taking longer than I thought. And, I'm gonna do everything I can to, make it right, trying to fix it. I'm working on it now. I have a friend helping me. And as a he brought up as a black man, as another black coder or whatever at the job, he pulled the black card on Lewis. Because mind you, when Lewis interviewed him, when he went to dinner with Jax, I think it was that episode 1 or 2, he was so happy to have someone else, to another black person, there to talk to. But yeah, so Sam had to put that black card on him. Like, yeah, he just, Lewis just felt bad, I guess. Gave him some leeway because he told him, like, you gonna have to learn the C+ coding on your own time without pay. And he's gonna cover for Sam. Better than me. Better than me. And I don't like that. Uh we as blacks, we need to always stick together. I get that in the sense, like in the big scheme of things, but don't weaponize it. Okay? Don't weaponize it. Don't play in my face with that shit. Okay? I hate that. I'm always gonna be down for my people until you show me otherwise. It's not just all blacks. It's about this particular black person. Don't play in my fucking face, and I don't like that shit. Like, yo, that stuff pissed me off. Okay, don't play that black stuff with me. Louis better than me. Okay, I understand. Like, you feel bad. Like, dang, boo boo boo. Like, I don't like. I want to see our black coders succeed, but yeah, no. But they're gonna put your job in jeopardy. Okay, so let's think about it. I could get him like some leeway and stuff. Like, you should have gave a time frame on that learning. Unpaid, yes, but that time frame, like, yeah. But I'll get back to Sam later. I'm gonna dig in his behind later, and Lewis. So we at the farm. We see Jackson formed the team, which is Bill, who's that? Daniel, and I forgot her name, her assistant. She informed about his abuse or whatever, because mind you, the jury selection is coming up, and he still needs the alibi. Okay. They just said how the abuse and drug addiction could be a dual thing, and it can work in Ozzie's favor. Okay. Because he and being so abused at a young age, which led him to drugs. So they try to play on his real life, but in a sympathy way, trying to get him like the jurors to like sway their way due to that. Like they feel sorry for him and test that theory out. She went somewhere. She said, "Excuse me, I'll be right back." She went to go get an accountant, I guess, in the building. Is a white lady. She said, how do you feel about Ozzie Edwards? And the lady was like, woo woo woo. The lady said, like, she said, I love his show, because I forgot he's a child star, right? I love his show, but I didn't like him when he scared me when I saw the video. Mind you, the video him yelling at Wendy. Okay. So yeah, so Jax kind of like changed it when she said, What if I tell you that he had been abused and he had a drug addiction, and then that kind of changed the lady way of viewing him, like, because he been through abuse, which led him to drugs, which probably can cause him to be the way he is. Okay, so yeah, uh, so yeah, and the lady kind of felt bad for him. So it showed that if they do this, if they take this route, plan on the fact that he was abused as a child, and which led him to drugs. He does have an addiction, right? And yeah, so that's the way they figure they're gonna play it out in court. That's the move that they want to go. But they gotta see if Ozzie is okay with that. Their clients is okay with that. So let's see. We see Jax and Lewis having a smash session because everybody see like they ain't got nothing to do after work. Um Jax got that text, said like, let's get home before Naima get home. And it was from Lewis, her husband. She said, yeah, I gotta go. She said, we'll figure the rest of this out another time, but not today. Okay. So she left and they got their friend going before Naima came in. And mind you, after they smash session, they was talking a little bit. You hear Naima coming through the door, talking on the phone or something, and they hurry up, put on some clothes, and they was asking her like how her day and stuff was, and um how she is and stuff, and she slammed the door in her face, and she was like, "Excuse you." I thought Jack was gonna call her a little B. Not this B. Close the door on me, on us. But they knock on the door, and she said, "If you don't open this door, you're gonna add another day to your punishment." Mind you, she's still on punishment for getting caught up of taking a bag with them two little white new friends she made. But as Naima opened the door, because Naima is tight, she's mad. She said, like, why you tell me that you got my best friend mom pregnant? Egg on their face. They can't say nothing. And then we get a cut to scene of at dinner, Jax, Lewis, and Naima and Spencer. Spencer's home, and they said Spencer was gonna come home, so he's on his break from his schooling. It was silent until it wasn't. The kids had the right to be angry. Jax and Lewis said they ain't know how to approach them with this information, and they apologized, and there was a lot going on. It was like they was trying to deal with, get their mind wrapped around what's actually happening. Especially, it's one thing to get another woman knocked up, especially her best friend, but they lost the child, so it's like grief. It's like layers, and then you had Tony suing them. I understand it was a lot to go through, but I wish they would have figured out a way to tell this to the kids, because mind you, it's been almost 2 years, like a year and a half at least, because she was pregnant, they lost a child, and then a year of litigation of Tony taking them to court about them making her lose her child or something. So it was a lot of time that went by, and they could have figured out a way to tell their kids, in my opinion. But I understand. Wait, no parents are perfect. We are flawed. Everyone is flawed. I just wish they could have figured out a way, get out their own feelings or head about it, and think about the bigger picture, especially the after effects when it comes to their children, based off their irresponsible decisions they made, actions that happen. Um, so like this is Uh, this is a welcome home break I was expecting. It for Spencer, it was like another day, and Naima, she was tired of the BS. Okay, like why do y'all always gotta mess stuff up? Like, do y'all mess up on purpose? Cause why y'all not satisfied with the family you got? Like, y'all not happy with the family you have? Like, why y'all always messing up? I was like, ooh, that's a good question. Um, so dinner was over. So we see the next morning, the next day. Um, Jazz convinced Ozzie to talk about his sexual abuse in the case for his case, the sexual abuse and the drug addiction, which will help him, I guess with his case, like, because mind you, he still don't have no alibi. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this, like, he still doesn't have an alibi, and yeah, we need someone to testify on his behalf for his alibi. But so we're gonna take this route of the abuse and the drug addiction, and Ozzie definitely was not feeling this, because Jack said you might probably feel like probably feel silly for not realizing what you went through was abuse. Cause mind you, the episode before she had a friend Autumn, Dr. Autumn, stop by to have him like realize, like, even though you cannot consent, you was a child. And this adult had power, child. Yeah. So he's, you might feel embarrassed, like you embarrassed, like that this happened to you, but guarantee you, Ozzie is not the only actor who went through this. So yeah, he wasn't sure about it, and he gave a little pushback, but she Jack feel like this is the only way to go, and before they go that route, he want to tell his parents. Because mind you, his parents doesn't know that he's been abused. So yeah, um, because once they go that route, it would be out in the public. So he wanted to tell his parents first. So the jury selection happened, and it was like a lot of questions, like women who watch TV, who've been abused. And then we had one guy who worked as a PA or something on in a production company or something, or studio, and the prosecutor and Jackson's going back and forth, asking these questions to the potential jurors, so to eliminate and to form that jury um for the trial. So they went through that, and yeah, so Jax had a strategy of choosing these juries, and I don't know what the prosecutor was thinking, but Jax is playing chess, not checkers. Okay, so she had a strategy of choosing these specific jurors for a reason. So I don't know. In the evening, we see Jax out with the girls. We didn't see the ladies in a while. We see some of them individually, like we saw Chanel in one of the episodes, and we saw Autumn last episode. So now we get to see Sally. So it's a girls' night out, having dinner, toasting, drinking and toasting, eating, vibing. Um, and then Autumn bust out like that she is pregnant, which given more reason to celebrate. So she can't drink, so she had asked somebody to drink that for her. Chanel volunteered her services, I think, and yeah. So Autumn is pregnant. I was like, remember, was the last season that they showed her and her partner was trying to get pregnant? So they brought that back around, because mind you, like, I'm not gonna lie, last season Autumn was forgettable, so forgettable that we always forget her name. Me and the panel, we always forget her name. It was hilarious. But I took it upon myself to like remember Dr. Autumn Owens. So yeah. Um, because I felt bad last season. So it was a reason to celebrate.
But no more tea spilling until I get back.
Hold on, I'll come with you, girl.
Okay.
But same about the tea. You know I like it hot.
So nosy, bye.
Goodness gracious.
I'm Chris.
And as Autumn and Chanel excused themselves to go to the washroom, right? Probably Sally told Jax that she is still having sex with Chris. Chris is her husband who's divorcing her ass because she put the house up when Chanel was going through her trial, and he told her not to, and she didn't. They ain't talk about it, so she put up the house as collateral. That was a whole hot mess. And Sally did get on my nerves last season. I'm not gonna hold you. So she confided in Jax about still having sex with Chris, and Jack's looking like, do you think that's a good idea? Because mind you, she up there fantasizing, thinking about them having sex, mean sex. We saw that one time, I think, last season. So, and Jackson was like, do you think that's a good idea? Like, I know y'all separate, y'all going through this divorce, but that could probably make things difficult during the divorce. But I guess it came off judgy because it comes from Jax, who've been through a lot, where her and Lewis been through a lot, and they doesn't have a perfect relationship either. So I could see Sally feeling jealous by Jax, but so Sally immediately took offense, and she got an attitude with Jax, like, since you and Lewis got work y'all stuff out, y'all think y'all so perfect or whatever. She was going at it, and then she was like going back with Jax was going back with Sally and calling her a hoe. She said, but oh yeah, Sally did call Jax judgmental, which she is, and she said you was a hating ass B since high school or what have you, woo woo woo, and she said you've been a hoe since high school. They was going back and forth, and then the ladies came back to say, they're like, what y'all talking about? She like, we just arguing about, like, who's gonna be the godmother of the baby. I was like, ooh, way to pivot. Yeah, so that was dinner. So we do see Jax and Lewis later. We see Lewis is working on his game, the coding for Sam, and Jax like, why are you doing that? That's like more work and more wear on you. You should have been, that's supposed to be a Sam thing, or he's gonna get fired. Because mind you, when it comes to being a boss, a leader, Jack's got that in the bag. Okay, Lewis not so much. Okay, so he's doing Sam's work, and Jack's giving him heat about that. So the conversation did change to about, she was thinking about her kid, her dad Eddie, and her kids. And Lewis is like apprehensive. Like, he doesn't want it to go so fast. Like, he suggested, like, we should see is he on the up and up before we let him back in our lives and into our kids' lives, because he can easily disappoint them like he disappointed you all these years. So let's see if he's on the up and up. And when you feel like Eddie is on the up and up, he's legit, then that'd be the time you can introduce the kids to their grandfather. Okay. Jax agree. So he put in her court, like, if she feel like he's on the up and up and he's legit and he's not gonna be disappointing, yeah. So we see Ozzie and his parents, they was talking, and they was talking, he came clean about the sexual abuse that he experienced as a child. He did not give up a name of the abuser. Jax begs his family to respect his wishes. And of course his parents gonna be there. They was hugging him, and being teary eyed, and it was an emotional moment, of course. And the mama was like going through her head, like, who could it be? Could have been that makeup lady. She was like, I'm like, what makeup lady? Yeah, that's how it be. Like, you get some news, like the old child been through something, and then you going through your head, like, who and what and where this could have happened at, And you going through your head, like, damn, it could have been this person, that person who came in contact with my child on set. So, the family believe Ozzie and assured like it's gonna be okay because they're gonna use this in court. So we get Mama Lou. Mama Lou is babysitting, was babysitting and spending time with her grandchildren, Spencer and Naima. And Eddie showed up unannounced. So Mama Lou's watching the kids. She looking like, what are you doing here? And stuff like that. And he said, I want to get to know my grandkids. And he kind of pushed his way through the door. Like, child, I wanted to curse Mama Lou out. I ain't gonna hold you just a little bit. He introduced himself as the kids, and the kids know of him. They know him as the dude who left their mama, like abandoned their mama as a young age. Okay. He know them as the estranged grandfather. So he made his way through, and he's scanning the room that they're in. And because, mind you, before he showed his ass up at the door, Naima was trying to show Mama Lou how to do this little TikTok dance or what have you. And Mama Lou was failing. So he said, oh, what y'all got going on here? Trying to, come in, and Naima kind of show him some dance moves. At first, the kids was giving him pushback. And then they opened up easily, in my opinion. But, because mind you, they don't know him. And he came in like they knew him, which was wild. Yeah, so he came in, and then he asked them like, what time your parents come home? And they're like, I don't know, and we don't care. Because mind you, they still mad about the whole Tony thing. Rightfully so. So he pulled out some money and kind of bribed him like, let's see, I bet you I understand. I get it. So basically, the children spilled their guts to their estranged grandfather. Yeah, okay. And I guarantee you that the grandchildren don't know everything about details about their grandfather passed unless he tells them himself when they had that little powwow. So we had the workplace, Lewis and I guess his boss in his office. Sam is still messing up, and which put Lewis in the tough spot. Because I guess that's Lewis' boss, and he had to not compete at EXP or whatever it's called, his other job, which make it difficult and make it hard for the company. Basically, he scammed his way in, and then they gotta let him go. And then he said, "Oh, I ain't gotta do that extra training or whatever with no pay or whatever that you suggested, Lewis." Like, throw Lewis under the bus as you will. Like I said, like, he really pissed me off when he threw the black card in, and putting Lewis' job, like Lewis, like putting his neck out for you, and then you throw it back in his face and throw him under the bus for you trying to keep your job because you scam your way here. When I tell you, Sam will have to see me. You have to see me. But yeah, because we share the same, because we in the same group, we share melanin. Like, we have melanin in common. But yeah, everybody ain't your peoples, okay? And he would not be one of them, okay? when he threw Lewis under the bus, it had the Lewis boss like, okay, go back to your job because now they can't fire him, and they'll let HR handle his old job situation. So it was a mess, and it made Lewis look stupid. And even his boss said like, you a good employee, but you is not a leader. And I don't know how long that's gonna last. You in this position, basically. So we see we at Ozzie house, and we see Daniel getting closely up to Christian. Daniel, wrong road. This is unprofessional. I know you feeling her, but I don't trust Christian. Like I said, I don't trust nobody on Ozzie's side of his team, his family. I don't trust none of them. I'm sorry, I just don't. So she missing how Ozzie keep a journal because he's so bubbly and put on in front of the cameras, but he's like a loner behind the scenes. And he writes down in his journals. So we see Ozzie breaking up the scene, and he doesn't like Christian like flirting with someone on his team, on his legal team. And he just told Daniel basically, you can go home. I don't need no babysitter and what have you. And it's like, damn. So Daniel said he's going to talk to Jax, and then he like, no. Ozzie said no, I will talk to Jax, and what have you. So Daniel went home. Then we see the doctor coming out from the room. I'm like, what's up with this doctor? Like I said, I don't trust nobody on Ozzie's side. I barely trust Ozzie at this point. Okay. I don't know what's up with this doctor. Like, he always doing house visits. He said he gonna get him some prescribed medicated cannabis, medicated weed to help with the anxiety and kick the urges, his addiction urges. So I guess, but it just, like I said, kind of remind me of Michael Jackson doctor on his last days. Okay, not good. I don't trust this doctor either. Like, he must be getting paid big bucks. Okay. So we see, okay, the jury selection is happening, and of course the media is there. Ozzie is in court with the whole jury selection thing, and they're just there to make the jury selection thing permanent after they weed all the ones they don't want. Okay, like I said, Jax was playing chess, not checkers, when it came to the prosecutor. The prosecutor realized he made a mistake um, with his jury selection. Okay, because by that time I think Jax revealed her hand. No, so we are at Jackson Lewis are at the house, okay? And Lewis told him what happened with the whole Sam thing and stuff like that. And the kids came in, and mind you, they coming in happy. They coming in like everything is normal. They not pissed no more. They not giving attitude or pushback. They happy to be at dinner, okay? Because Jackson Lewis was at the house, getting ready for dinner. And the kids come in all jolly, and they said like, how come you ain't tell us that Grandpa Eddie was so cool, whatever, and he helped us understand the whole Tony thing. And they looking like, what you talking about? Okay. So they was blindsided. She was like, Eddie, you're like, when did y'all see him? He stopped by when Mama Lou was over. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but for me, like, I think boundaries will cross. Like, this will piss me off. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm big on boundaries, and yeah, I just I was pissed. I was pissed when he came over. It's like, when he pushed his way through that door, for me, is like manipulation. And like, why how did you know that they wasn't there? And I was like, how do you know they wasn't there? That Jax and Lewis wasn't there? I was like, Mama Lou is like getting used and it's pissing me off. Pissing me off for real. It's like Mama Lou don't feel like she's being used. Jax said, I don't want you him to use you just to get to me. And it's like, I think Mama Lou is being used and she's pissing me off. I'll be cussing everybody out. Like, I'm all about boundaries. I said I would do that on my own time. I understand, get to know your grandfather, but these are my kids. Like, if I said that this boundary is not for you to go against it, I set it up for a reason, okay? Like I said, that kind of stuff pissed me off. Everybody would have to hear from me, okay? And then I will cut you off. But yeah, I understand kids get to know their grandfathers, but it seems like it's moving so fast and you are already crossing boundaries, and showing up unannounced is wild, and pushing yourself onto your my children, who I said I didn't want you to meet, and Mama Lou knew that. So it's like, woosah. I had to do one of these woosah because that kind of pissed me off. Because I do not like my boundaries to be pushed aside or stepped over, stepped on, because you wanted to go this way. It's like the grandfather Eddie is doing some manipulation on all fronts on everybody. Jax and Lewis went to the room to talk about it. Jax said she's gonna try to keep an open mind because, mind you, the kids is not mad at them, and that's what she worried about. I mean, rightfully so, but a boundary was crossed. And Lewis, like, I thought we was gonna agree to wait to see if he's on the up and up, and then Lewis is like still apprehensive about this, and Jack said she's gonna try to keep an open mind, and it is what it is, basically. We see Billy dropping his kids off to Kendra. You seem like he took the kids to a music park. He did this. I guess they practiced or something, and had a baby in Hala and stuff like that. So he had 2 boys and 1 girl. He dropped them off, and he also brought dinner from a favorite place called Pepper's that Kendra loves, and especially she loved their oxtail. So he brought dinner so she don't have to cook dinner. So it's like he's presenting himself like he was able to manage to have the kids and do stuff with the kids, and he also, with the bonus, he brought dinner for her so she don't have to cook for the kids. And I guess he figured it out, and she was impressed. She impressed. She almost looked like she wanted to invite him in to dinner to join them for dinner. So it looked like it's like she letting her walls down a little bit. Okay, she was impressed. So yeah, she got a smile. He got a smile out of her and a thank you. So we see we see Lewis. Poor Lou. Poor Lou. Lou decide he wants to stand on business. Okay, stand on business. Okay, so he decides to roll up on Eddie. We see Eddie outside with his bandmates, I guess, before, I guess, the next show, before they perform, whatever, they out there taking a smoke, what have you, and talking. He roll up on Eddie. I don't know. Like, he gonna stand on piss. He's like, yo, Eddie, like, I'm gonna need you to get gone for good, whatever. It's like he's like talking big mess, right? Eddie, like, excuse you? Like, have you, what you say? Like, yo, he put him in his place, like he read him. Bill.
At least I took my show on the road, but you stumping your dirty drawers up in the house. Will you sleep?
At least I was there. Stepping up, being a father, a husband, a man.
Yeah, well, I don't think a real man would let my daughter get bent over and kidnapped by some felon and then get some from the PTA pregnant.
You talking to my kids about my business and my house?
Your house? You mean the one my daughter pays the mortgage on? Nigga, you coming here acting like the HNIC and nigga, you can't even claim head of household on your own motherfucking taxes.
I swear to God. You lucky you Jax's father have your laying on the fucking ground.
Yeah, but I am her father. That's why we both know you ain't gonna do shit. But shut the up and go play on them little video games. So nigga, bye.
Talking about at least I was man enough to do my dirt on the road. I'm like, that don't make you man enough or smart enough. It just make you effed up. And nobody's perfect. So that's what happened between you and Mama Lou. Hey, everybody's relationship is different and it's not perfect. So like, cause you even Lou was taken aback, like, you've been talking about my business with my kids, talking like, cause imagine he said like, at least I'm man enough to take my dirt on the road, but I ain't let no man bend over my wife while being stalked by a convicted felon or whatever. It was just wild. Like I said, Eddie read Lewis for Filth. I'm like, Lewis started off strong, but the finish was not it. Okay. And then Lewis hit him back like, at least I was man enough to be there for my kids or whatever. Yeah, so basically he don't want him to be at their house, like, you not welcome or whatever. And he's talking about your house. Like, you mean my daughter's house? Like my daughter's house that she paid the mortgage on, she paid the bills in, and you is not even man enough to be claiming the head of household. So he pulled his card, he pulled Louis' card. I'm like, what's all this information coming from? What's like either the kids spill some tea and Mama Lou spill some tea, okay? I'm like, because you've been gone for 8 years. Imagine you never met your grandkids who are teenage age, okay? So it's like somebody was spilling the tea on their business. So it's like, ooh, okay. Yeah, so he read them, and Lewis can do nothing but stand there looking stupid. I was like, dang, poor Lou took a L, taking another L. So we do get a scene after going through Ozzie's journal. Oh yeah, let me go back. Let's rewind that back, because we do see a scene where Daniel went to Ozzie house while they was at the courthouse before the jury selection. Everybody's at the house. Then you call Christian saying like, I think I left one of my journals, one of my notebooks, and I need it supporting for your brother trial. And she said she's out in the valley, an hour away in the valley or something. And she told him about the spare key that's in this fake rock by the house, by the door or whatever. And he got the key. He went to his investigation, spying, going through stuff. Mind you, he looking for the journal. Found the journals under the bed in the box. He grabbed all the journals, put the box back. So we get a scene at the end of the episode where we see Daniel is reading through the journals, and we come across an entry. Then like the night that him and Winnie had that argument, he went in the house and he called Monica over. And yeah, it turns out like Ozzie was abused, but his abuser was his agent, Monica, and he been dealing with her since he was 13. Okay, he said like this is like the first time he said no to her since he was 13. I was like, ooh. So y'all was dealing with each other on the low, and then we do see Monica coming in all seductive and stuff, looking like a predator at best. I don't care how old Ozzie is now, but you've been dealing with this boy since he was 13. So she coming in looking like a predator, and like he's getting high off his weed, and then we see her like pulling out a pill bottle. I'm like, let me find out that you is the one who got him hooked on that pill stuff. And yeah, we turned out that Monica is the predator, okay? I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say this right now. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one who took out Wendy. And she's the one who wanted Wendy to get that NDA. Okay? NDA. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. And I wouldn't be surprised if Wendy approached Monica because she saw some funny fugazi stuff with Monica and Ozzie. And she peeped it. And I won't be surprised. Like I said, Monica is the one who got him on the pills. And I think Monica wanted to keep her claws in Ozzie, and in order to do that, she had to get rid of Wendy, who's the one who was keeping him sober. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if any of that went down. That Monica is the one that took out Wendy, or helped took out Wendy. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if Christian know about it either, because she, like Jack said, it seemed like she keeping something. And when the brother said, like, she always throw I guess people away when she's done with them. I'm like, who is he talking about? So I thought it was Alex, because we saw him last episode talking that Ish, because he's the one that gave her the pills and for him to take when he almost overdosed. So I won't be surprised if Christian and Alex had a thing going on and once upon a time. So yeah, so that's the end of the episode for A Reasonable Doubt. I enjoyed this episode. Things are turning up. And let me know your thoughts on this episode, like from Lewis being read by Eddie to boundaries being crossed of Eddie like manipulating, pushing in on Jack's family with the help of Mama Lou. And yeah, and Bill trying to get his wife back and find out why they not together anymore at that moment. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about the whole thing, and I will see y'all in episode 5. But yeah, bye.